Last time on the Silver Fog, the glory hole came across this weirdo lone dwarf named Bofer. I mean, he's cool, he's Ken, but I don't know, something ain't right about him. I mean, who would be like that? He's dwarven. But five's a party, and we came across this weirdo dungeon, so he's an honorary member of the team now, as is the glory hole way. So we ventured down the steps of this dungeon, and what do you know? We were supposed to be here because it looks like this is where all the wine was kept. But, things are locked away for a reason, and we weren't the only things down there. We had to fight these weirdo foggy demons, and, me and Aaron were just fine. Those boys, though, they took a little bit more of a licking, and both first bleeding out, but, come on, be to the rescue. Now we have to rest up and go deeper into this creepy ass place. Ugh.
Perfect. Oh, that's so good. Good job. Oh, good job. And you said there was like cold air, like frozen air coming up from the staircase, right?
The fog, that the fog demon whipped up, it is all gone now. It is for the most part, fully visible staircase in lantern light. Like, there's no fog obscuring. It is just a normal staircase now.
Okay. Um, I'm going to. I'm gonna kind of peek my head, so because my lantern is dangling in the middle of that room now. So I'm gonna peek my head, like javelin. I'm gonna switch hands and move my javelin over to my stronger hand, and I'm gonna poke my head around like the stair. Because I imagine it's like a L staircase or whatever. And I'm gonna look around and see if I see anything of immediate danger, like in the room that needs to get hit with some holy water.
Yeah, peering around the corner, you would see that it is another staircase going around the corner. But at the bottom of the staircase, you do see the faint lantern light in the next room.
Okay, so I'm gonna once I see that there's no immediate danger, I'm gonna start slowly making my way back up the staircase to meet them. As they're coming down to back into the cellar, I'm gonna make my way back up to meet them, so that way I can be like, okay, here's what I see, here's what I saw. I think we're good. Like just to kind of give, a rundown.
Yeah.
And I think by that point we would have turned and gone back inside, yeah?
Oh yeah, you guys would be making your way back to
That's
Bofer, and he would
like
be
with a
coming out
quickness.
of the darkened corridor at the same time you guys would be coming out to the main area and like looking down on the ground floor.
So
So you guys would
Oh.
make eye contact pretty much immediately.
I come up from the thing, and all y'all hear is like clang, 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 clang from my lantern hitting my pant leg, and my
Right.
helmet. And I'll come up and I'll say, okay, I did a little bit of investigating. I think this is not 100%, but I think that was the only one.
Okay.
I don't know, but I think I already went down the staircase. There's nothing on the staircase that of immediate danger. I already poked my head into the room. Nothing jumped out to try to kill me. I think that was it. I don't know.
Okay. And you're okay, right?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
I'm a little frazzled, but I'm good.
Okay.
Wait. Stupid me. Are your friends okay?
Yeah, they're okay.
Oh, thank
Tyranny's
God.
no slouch in a fight. She's okay, and Calamara's okay, and the
The
it's
day
okay.
tyranny honestly needs our protection, the world is in more trouble than we think.
Yeah.
Especially with
Honestly,
her heart scale back. I was more
yeah.
scared for Calamara. I thought maybe Calamara pissed off Tyranny, and that's was why the pile of ashes. But I didn't want to tell Tyranny that because I think she's hot, and I don't want to piss her off.
Yeah. But so she reduced whatever just ran out to ash. So she's fine.
Okay.
So long as you're okay, we're good.
Blessed be Morodin. Okay.
Mhm.
So everybody, I think we are good to buddy system and move our way down this staircase. because whatever we need or whatever we're looking for, I don't know if whatever we're looking for. I suspect that the most deadly thing was guarding the thing we're looking for.
That sounds like a reasonable assumption.
That's just my experience. I've had a couple years of experience in this, and 9 times out of 10, the thing I was always looking for was guarded by the deadliest thing in the room. That's just for me.
That's just fair. I think that's just a fair assessment. Yeah.
Okay, but before we go down, can we look for some good booze? No looking for good booze. No looking for
Check
good
this
time.
room first, just in case. But yeah.
You're checking the room for booze?
Oh, that's what we're here for. No? That is what we're here for. I mean, if we don't have to haul it up 2 flights of
specifically are
stairs.
looking for 6 casks of Rosy Foot Reserve.
Would that be investigation?
If you guys wish to take a few minutes and you guys want to roll a wide investigation roll, I'll absolutely allow it.
And before we do anything else, again, Erin is going to preemptively cast Mage Armor on herself.
My bad.
Just to make sure.
Looking at vest.
That's a spell slot.
That's a 10.
Oh my god, I got 3.
For
I got a rock.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Rock. Oh, we all rolled rocks.
It's a 6, but it's a nat 1. She was casting. She was looking and casting. But her AC is 15, so fuck it.
Also, for those who are casters, don't forget to get your long rest in.
Yeah. I already cast one of my spells though. Dang it.
Yeah, same. So that's
Live
gonna be part of her morning routine. Just immediately cast Mage Armor from now on, because things keep trying to kill us.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Should I be casting more doggone temp health on people, or are we okay?
While y'all were asleep, I did cast some magic. I casted detect magic, and when I did, a lot of stuff is in the hole, in the room. There's a lot. I mean, an astronomical amount of glowing lights came out of the hole whenever I opened my eyes and did the magic thing, and I looked, and then boom, lights. There's something cool or multiple somethings cool down there.
That tracks, because there's something going on. I don't know if it was like a flash of the past or if it was like ghosts trying to tell us something, but I saw like a scene of like times gone by down there while you guys were asleep. I don't quite know what happened there, but it wasn't like it was really cool and then it was really not cool.
That's crazy. I thought nothing of note happened, but
Oh, there's a lot of corpses down there, so something of note happened.
So
sure.
I want to ask Calliope, where are you at? As far in the room, like where are you at? Because Beaufort's still on the ground. Like I'm still down here with all the dead bodies.
I feel like we would make our way down to you, right?
I thought I was on Branch's back.
Yeah,
so wherever Branch goes,
the floor.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna.
Can I look at you, Calliope, and just kind of like point in my head, and like try to get you? I'm trying to signal something to you. Can you? I'm like doing this at you.
Oh, Calliope's gonna mind link with Beaufort. Wait, what's up, bud?
Okay. Serious question. We both know why we're here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page. I didn't hear the whispers this time.
What do you mean?
I remember when we first met. You saw the stuff and all that other things.
Yeah.
Explain to you, I hear things when I didn't hear it this time. I just wanted somebody to know.
Okay.
I know Aaron was talking about it, and Branch said while we all were asleep that he heard something. I don't necessarily know if it was
Yeah.
voices or not, but he heard something. I didn't hear anything this time, so I don't know if there's something blocking me or if there's something wrong with me. I don't know what the deal is, but I didn't hear anything. That's why I was really confused when y'all started talking about voices.
Well, there was something weird going on with the body. But
I wave. I act for some reason. Bofer starts like talking with his hands while you're in his mind. He's like, "Don't worry about the bodies. I already investigated. We're good."
Well, again, this all is happening inside your guys' heads, so Aaron and Branch and Tyrius just see you two animatedly talking without words.
Yeah, you see Bofer
Right.
literally
Prolonged
like
eye
he's wafting a
contact.
fart, just like
Again.
like this. But no, and so after I say that to you, I give you a thumbs up, and like I do like this to my head. I go like disconnect, like we're good, and then I go, okay, y'all can stay up here and look for the thing. I'm gonna go down, because I have a gut feeling it's down there. So
we don't separate this party, sir.
Again. We just did. So maybe we don't do it again. we already left you alone down here once, man.
And I survived.
And I left my baby mama up there to be here. So we gonna stay together.
Bofer lets out a huge, just deep belly laugh and goes and like brushes his shoulder and goes, "I'm fine. We're good. I promise. If you want to come with me, you can. But I am telling you, there is stuff down there that is either A, important to our thing we're doing, and or B, helpful to what we are doing, and or C, really cool. So I think we should go down there."
I mean, yeah, let's go down there, because, shiny stuff, and I need to make more potions, and there's probably good potion stuff down there. And maybe a carryable. I'd like a carryable.
And also, I'd like to know what the hell happened here, because it doesn't look good. And by the way, I think at this point, Aaron might have like finally noticed the autopsied body that you surgically cut open while they were asleep.
Yeah, you see 3 corpses all in like that, like old like
in a row.
Yeah, like in like the old painting of the Romanian or Roman like man.
The Vitruvian man pose.
Yeah. And he's got it is from chin all the way down to crotch, filleted open, pinned down, and like I have like organized like what organs were what, like I've like pulled things out and like organized each one of them, and then on the lower demon you see a perfectly cut line through his skull, and his skull is more or less cracked on the backside like a hinge to open up.
Yeah.
So that's what you see.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross, Bofer.
What's gross?
What the hell did you do, man?
I did my
you
thing.
You took the stone.
I did my thing. I don't know. Branch, tell him.
He was dissecting the bodies.
I know, but like, have some decorum, man.
This is. Wait a minute.
I mean, it's very organized.
Hold on.
We say as our hands are still lousy with blood.
Corpses with no claws and just
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think.
Look, we didn't open them up.
I think
like books.
We all think this what I did was a great idea. I think we all think that. Now,
did you learn anything interesting at least?
Oh yeah, I learned some great stuff, didn't we, Branch?
Yeah, we learned so much. He can.
Would you care to share?
Wait. So instead of helping Branch, were you just standing there like going? Ooh.
Yeah, possibly. While we were asleep, just over your shoulder, like.
Jess is like, I learned so much about Bofer, weird ass.
Yeah. No,
We've known this
I'm
man
not the
for
only one.
24
I'm not
hours.
the only one who dissected a body. Okay, I woke up to already mutilated corpses, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
no one
Branch.
is mutilating a corpse. This is
Branch. Did you
I
get any
thought we
new
was
goblin
gonna.
ears for your collection? Did you get
No,
Did you get any
you're
new
right.
goblin ears?
I should check up on that. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
to the already mutilated mutilated corpse
wait, wait, wait,
While
wait,
of
wait,
we're
a
here,
fog
wait. You
and
say
Metatron.
you need the ears?
Yeah, he
I
collects
Yeah,
goblin ears and puts them on a
yeah.
necklace. It's his thing.
I
Yeah, it
get it.
was my thing until everybody started just.
Bofer Bofer runs
oh, he
up.
stole your thing.
Bo,
Yeah.
Bofer runs up to one of the
First, I
goblins.
was the only weird one. Now look around. Oh my god.
Bofer runs up to the lower goblin demon thing and like takes out his long sword and is like, with precise precision, I'm going to, and then just yeet, and just like slams the sword down, perfectly cuts off the ear, and goes, here, take this one. It looks a little
Oh
less
my
decayed.
god.
Give me a quick second to count. Can everyone roll me a d6 real quick?
Oh no.
Yo.
For what? What?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be a grand total of 10 of the lesser.
I rolled a 5.
I got a 4.
I got a 1.
What are you plotting? You're plotting something. I know
I
it.
stepped away for a moment. Give me just a second.
He's plotting.
Well, while we're waiting on Calliope, I cut off an ear of one of the goblins, one of the ones that I filleted, and I cut off the ear, and I go, this one looks a little less decayed if you want to keep this one. They're kind of slowly decaying, so I mean, if you can keep this one if you want, but it's probably going to decompose.
IP, you said you got a 1?
No, Beaufort did. Calliope's had to step away for a second, so that's what we're waiting on her to come back.
Wilford got a 1.
But I cut one off, and I reach out to hand it to you, Branch, and I'm like, it's kind of decaying at a rapid pace, but you are more than welcome to have it if you want it.
Oh, boys. Oh, you boys. I just love that Branch seems like offended that he's not the only weird one in the party anymore.
I show him my necklace of other ears.
Beaufort gets so excited, like just, I mean, elated, and like runs up and goes, okay, you gotta tell me.
I got a whole thing about these guys, so I
You
collect
got-
these things.
Listen, nobody hates goblins more than dwarves, but you gotta tell me, all right, how long did it take to get all these?
To be honest, there are more, but if you rock them all, it'll kind of just look weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I
It would
mean,
look like a lion's mane of goblin.
yeah.
Right, you need to, like-
Yeah,
That's what you make your armor out of. You make it like you used it like scales on armor.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Bo-
canon
You could
as fuck.
scale
I'm
it
not
onto
to
your
make
leather
that.
armor.
Yeah, that's canon. That's absolutely canon. Beaufort, for some reason, has an idea about goblin ear armor. But no. I turn around to Aaron and I go, I know this looks weird and it looks unsightly, but this is all.
I rolled a 6.
Sweet. It's very scientific, she says. It's like looking at the, like you really,
Like I want to make sure you understand. Like this, what I did, I didn't do anything crazy. I cast I cast detect magic, and I use that to help me with what I already know how to do, which is medicine. I had to study this stuff, so I figured might as well cast magic and do what I already know how to do and start investigating.
She's already taking out her notebook to like copy. Like, do you have you? I'm assuming you took notes.
Oh,
May
yeah.
I look at them, please?
He pulls out his notebook and goes, yeah, hold on 1 second, and starts flipping through it, and he skips a couple pages and like moves them around, and then purposefully shows you the page where he wrote everything down, but presses his hand on the bottom of the book to hold the pages down so that they don't move.
So they don't what? I'm sorry.
The pages don't move. Like he, how sometimes when somebody's flipping through a notebook, like
Mhm.
you kind of casually see things. He is, Beaufort
Oh,
looks down at
I
his
see.
notebook and he shows it to you, but he's holding like the bottom of the page, or like top and bottom,
Right.
kind of like this, and he's holding it.
Because it's kind of like his. I'm assuming it's not just a notebook. It's like his diary, right? Kind of.
Memoir.
I explained it to Branch. I haven't explained it to you guys yet, but yeah,
Only
kind of.
the Beaufort
Like it's
Bible.
the Beaufort, but it's
but
private. I
he-
can understand
He
that.
holds it out like this and kind of puts it out in front of you and goes, "Yeah." So, and I just start like rambling and explaining like what I found, what where the origin might have come from, my suspicions, what the magic looked like, where the magic was located on the body. I start explaining the monostones. Like I just go into it and start explaining those things to you.
Right. He's info dumping. She is feverishly scribbling into her own notes all of his dissection notes as he's info dumping, like as fast as she can to get it all down so they both have it.
Perfect.
But she's also like, it's gruesome, but it's also fascinating.
And Beaufort, like after we're done, I'm like, it's just medicine. Like this is typical. Like if you were to go to the morgue or go down there, this is what you would see. Like this is normal. This is not. I don't have surgical tools to make it look cleanly. If that's what the problem is, I know it's not clean, but I mean this is what I did what I could with what I had type situation.
She's like gonna hold up a hand, and you can clearly see it because, like, I don't think her or Calliope washed their hands after they dug into the bodies for the Mana Stone. So she's gonna pull out a water skin, and hold up her hand that still has gore all over it, and be like, "Dude, cleanliness maybe not the biggest factor right this second. It's fine."
Beaufort's gonna,
as she's rinsing off her hands.
Beaufort's gonna stop you for just a second and go, "Can I? Don't wash it off yet." And he takes out a little like a handkerchief or something, and just like takes your hand and just like he's like, I'm like, don't make this weird, and I scrape some of the dry blood and dry gore into my handkerchief and tie it up and put it up back of my. I'm like, okay, do what you're gonna do.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. I already took some of the blood earlier, so it's fine. And then she's gonna wash her hands off, and because I realize we didn't really do that. It's just gross.
Taking a few minutes to have this conversation and look about this particular layer of the cellars. No one is able to find the particular casks that you are looking for. Specifically, you are looking for the Rosy Foot Reserve with the gold wax seal, year 441. You are unable to find it on this particular layer.
So I think that means we go down, yeah?
Yeah. Like I said, strongest guy guards the most important stuff. So,
yeah.
So here's what I did. I point to the rope with the crowbar, and you see like a little light poking up out of the hole. Like I dropped a lamp, not onto the ground. I'll make it very clear, but it's hanging about 15 feet off the ground. I hung a lamp, so we have light in the room. And I take Branch's lamp back off. I take it off of my belt loop and I hand it back to Branch and I'm like, "This is yours. I'm gonna ask that you lead, but I'm gonna be right behind you."
All right, buddy. I grab the lamp and I attach it to my belt.
All right.
And do we proceed?
Oh yeah, Beaufort. Actually, let me Google something. Hold on.
I like gesture to the wall of smoke
Google something.
that blocks like the stairwell.
Oh, that's already clear. It was just to
Oh,
show where the doorway is leading to the next layer.
Gotcha.
As you all begin to make your way down this next large L-shaped staircase, taking a full flight of stairs down, you guys see the hanging lantern light in the distance and make your way into this multi-story room. This one not nearly as large as the other, the one above. This one's a little bit more blocky. Kind of like a giant multi-storied square. And as you all find yourself at the bottom of the staircase, you all look about and your vision slightly blurs over. Over.
A table of merchants. Cloths of unusual make, golden era clothing, drinking heavily at a round table. The table covered in various banner colors and sigils, a bountiful feast. On the table, open and empty bottles litter the area. Talks are loud, boisterous. Talks of trade, gold flow, goods and services. All is merry and well. The sound of a small metal piece on a cold stone, a sight of a blade in the darkness and the arch of freshly drawn blood. The vision fades to black and back to the merchants. In the blink of an eye, all you see are bodies, bloodied and dismembered. The only sound heard is the sound of the blood dripping from the table to the floor.
That being said, Aaron and Branch.
The table of golden era clothed people talking loudly. A tall woman in a deep purple dress with gold plates adorning the shoulders. She raises up a goblet for a toast. The table follows. She watches with a gleeful and yet cruel smile. A flash of darkness, and the people now gasp for air, choking, poisoned. A shrill laugh echoes in your ears as the people feasting slowly perish. You see the woman finish her goblet, a wide smile on her face. The singular sound of a small metal piece on stone. As blood erupts from her mouth, she sits back down at the table, never to move again.
Finally, Calliope.
The gathering of nobles, rich and powerful. Plates, platinum and gold, and wines as deep red as blood. A feast, beautifully plated and portioned. The air is tense with small conversations and heavy faces. The head of the table, a man of gold and crimson, removes a ring from his middle finger. Black and cold. The dull thud of the ring on polished wood, and a black, purple miasma forms around them. Screams are heard, blood slapping the floor, pleas and begging of their lives. Blood covers the table and floors, throats slashed, hearts pierced. The king of gold and crimson stands alone at the table. A curved knife of silver and green in his hand, a deep inhale from the king before the knife is driven into his own throat. He slumps lifelessly at the table, the black-purple miasma bleeding down into the room as a hand, clad in shadow, reaches for a bottle, takes a drink. That silence takes hold of Shireton Cellar.
So it looks like if it was like an anime panel, it would be a panel of a bunch of screaming people and then like a random sword slash go through with red marks, just like.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wonderful. That's beautiful.
That's a brilliant description, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, so
Oh, and then let me actually get you guys over to the correct page so you guys can see where you all are at.
Oh yay! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, I love
Oh
this for
yeah.
us.
Oh no.
Tyrius
What
and
what
Gopher, you guys are
what's
sitting
that
up
like
here.
spaghetti?
Both of your feet are touching this dried blood stain, and at your feet you would see a human captain, a adventurer that appears to be of modern make and model, up to current age armor and weapons. Yeah, you just see a. How did this person die? You see a massive claw wound in their back that has pierced their chest plate.
lupines, great, wonderful. Lupines, that's wonderful.
Oh,
You
like in
see,
one side, out the other kind of shit.
yeah, yeah, like you see a rather deep wound going in through the back and kind of punctures the front of his body.
Clear out the other
Oh,
side. Love that. Love
Gremlin.
that.
oh,
Gremlin. Gremlin. Come
Nosferatu,
on.
Aaron
this is great.
and Branch, at your guys' table.
Here we go.
Am I just by myself?
Yes.
Gremlin.
Where's Tyrius?
He's with me, top left.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Uh,
This.
you would see what appears to be a half elf female. She is currently leaned up against like a table and chair at your guys' feet, and she appears to have a super nasty stomach wound that she appears to have died from. You would also see on her in her hand she is holding a leather satchel, and you would see that she has a broken silvered mace that still gives off a very faint glow.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
And then Calliope,
Oh,
down by you, you have two blood puddles. One of which is a halfling, and he appears to be behind you, crumpled against a pillar as if tossed at a very high rate of speed and collided
Oh.
neck first into it. Broken
Oh
neck
my.
appears to be his death. And then
Oh.
you would
He's
see
hella quick.
off to your side a very large, it appears to be a Goliath barbarian. You would see him slumped against a wall, and you would see that his chest is completely caved in.
Wow.
Oh. I'm gonna search the body that's right next to me. And I'm just gonna hurry up and search the body. I'm not gonna ask no questions.
I'm gonna look at Tyrius before, because I know he's probably gonna want to search the body. I'm gonna put my hand out and go, hey, Tyrius, before we touch these bodies, did you do this? Did I do this? Or did something else do this?
He looks down and goes, "No, no, this looks like they have been dead a moment.
Okay, so it wasn't you or me.
Unless you can travel through time."
Okay, okay.
and again, we don't see each other, right? We just like I see Branch, Beaufort and Tyrius see each other. Calliope's alone.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
Fuck.
Beaufort has a moment of like, thank God I didn't kill another innocent person, and then uh, and then looks around the room and calls out, "Everybody still alive?"
Do we hear that?
Yeah, everyone hears.
Oh, okay, good. It's like who's
That's
not
So
dead? Sound off.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Okay. So step I'm gonna step to the edge right here on like the edge of the like the little railing, and I look down. Is the room lit enough to where I can see Calliope?
Yeah, there's a lantern hanging like maybe 15 feet above Calliope, and you do see her kind of looking around this table, and then she looks down at her feet and begins rummaging through a very large corpse.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Calliope, wait. I know.
No, but he might have. What if he has healer box? We ain't got no healing.
Hold on. Before you touch anything, I'm gonna call out and go, "Hey, Aaron, you still got that detect magic?
Yeah.
You wanna?"
Yeah, I can cast it. Give me a couple. I can cast it as a ritual if you give me a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. Then no, hold on. We need this right now. I got it. I'm gonna cast.
Damn it.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
I'm
Just
trying to save my spell slots.
no. Yeah, you
You
save your
never
spell
let me
slot.
do what I want.
I got it. I look down at you, Calliope, and I'm like, just humor me for just a second. And I'm gonna cast detect magic on the room itself.
Who is gonna humor? I have a sense of humor.
Like
Let me
almost
do
like
what I want sometimes.
I'm gonna like it's gonna be like I'm gonna blink once and then blink again, and then my eyes are gonna like, not glass
See the
over.
magic.
They're not gonna glass over, but they're gonna it'd be almost like as if have you ever seen anybody with cataracts? It's gonna look like
Mhm.
my irises
Oh
are fine.
no.
My irises are
Like they
fine.
go white.
Yeah, my irises are fine.
Yeah.
But my pupils and the color around my eyes is fine, but the black of my pupils goes away. It's full cataract.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Your eyes
So,
would like glaze over.
the human on the ground that is still semi-fresh, he has a magical item on him. There is an item on the table that is magical. The corpse by Aaron and Branch has a magical trace along with an item or two at the table. And then the big table down here has several magical traces. Both of these blood puddles have traces of magic on them. And then
Ugh.
there is a massive magical signature coming from this archway.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Does anybody else see the guy standing in that archway? Would we be able to see that looking over the railing here?
You would not be able to see him because he's kind of in like the
Calliope
behind the archway
definitely
itself.
can.
Calliope would
Oh
probably
my
see it.
god.
Like I noticed immediately,
Me
but I'm like,
too.
would Aaron see that?
Does that can I see that statue hanging over the railing?
Are we sure that's a statue?
You would see the magical signature coming from that archway.
Does that
So
signature
by statue.
before we do anything, for the love of Pete, I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at that thing, and I'm gonna ask you this: is that the same aura that came off of those undead guys that were upstairs? Does it look like a harmful aura coming off of this thing?
It is not undead in origin.
Okay.
It has a much more powerful feel to it. Like there's an actual like presence and force to when you're like looking at it and like sensing the magical presence of it. There's a bit of weight to this particular individual. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to.
So y'all talking about?
I'm gonna turn back to Tyrius and go. Are you good by
It's
yourself?
Mm-hmm.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Okay, I'm going to jump. I don't care about the fall damage. How far down is this before I say I don't care about fall damage?
Well, if you're jumping
Oh my
from
God.
that point down, you're gonna be looking like.
Never mind. I'm going to.
Wait. Tyrius has a rope that's 50 feet long that I gave him. Use the damn rope. You want to
So
go down
can
that path?
Calliope mind link with this whatever it is in the archway?
Oh dear God.
If you wish to, you can most certainly try. As
Oh,
you
boy.
kind of like look
Oh.
at the Goliath on the ground at your feet, you would see that this is a very tattooed Goliath, which would give away his essential prestige amongst the clan. You would see his greatsword has a fog demon corpse completely impaled and run through on it. He himself wears a thick bearskin cloak on his back that is caked in dried blood. And there's also a cracked horn on his hilt. on his hip, very similar to like the Horn of Gondor in make and model.
Huh.
I'm gonna just forget the rope. I'm going to sprint as fast as I can, if you'll let me, and make it down to just right here.
So
Can it?
it
What?
would
Oh, that's
be
Gopher. Okay.
I don't know if we're in
60
turn-based.
feet would get you to this point here, which would be your movement and a dash action. That'll
Okay.
put you at the base of the
I just
stairs.
didn't know if we were in turn-based.
Oh.
I am begging you. I look at Calliope and I'm like, Calliope, let me get over there and stand guard before you try to talk to this thing. I beg of you.
Right.
I understand your urges. I understand. They make sense. Hey, I'm validating. I get it. I totally get it. Please let me come and stand guard.
As
She
you
pouts
two
and
are
just kicks
talking
at a rock.
aloud, you would hear heavy armored footsteps as a large armored figure steps out. Hand on sword, but not drawn, and a large tower shield on his left arm. You would
Oh,
see
hell
that
no.
the helmet is currently sitting on a shoulder pauldron with a spike. The creature itself has no head.
Yep.
Oh.
There
Oh.
it is.
Do we see
I
him
don't
now that
think
he's come out?
Yes.
I don't think I can mind link with the thing with no head. But Buffer, I don't think I can mind link with the thing with no head.
You hear in your mind, Calliope, do you have my payments?
Calliope shudders.
Beaufort.
Aaron is stepping down to the ground immediately.
Beaufort.
That was 30 feet.
Beaufort's gonna take another move dash. Let me measure out 60. Yeah, right there. He's taking another move dash, and I'm moving right here, and I'm going to pull out my holy water coated sword and javelin, and I'm going to point my javelin at the statue, and I'm gonna say, "Speak out loud, or don't speak at all."
The whole body kind of like Batman shifts towards you as throughout the entire room, you hear this raspy voice echo out to everyone and go, do you have my payments?
I look at everybody else in the party. I'm like, were we supposed to have a payment? What payment is he talking about?
We got a couple of horsies.
Branch jumps down from the banister and goes, I don't remember us owing anybody anything.
Okay, I keep my javelin pointed at him, and I'm like, what payment do you require?
You know it's by the Pendrakes. They never pay their fucking debts. And I saw red and gold at one of those fucking weddings.
What payment
Maybe we
do
let
you
it speak.
require? Answer me now.
I was set a task to eliminate those here, and I would receive my payment after. I completed my task, but no one remained, and I remain trapped. Where is my payment?
Set the task by who?
I look at Aaron.
What did they offer you?
I look at Aaron. I'm like, he probably had to sign an NDA. Just don't. I don't think that's the point. I don't think that's the point. I look.
He can't lose his tongue if he's already lost his head.
Fair point. Answer the lady.
With a noticeable, like, downwards force, all of you suddenly feel a weight in the air as he raises his hand and points towards the table, where you see a ring with a black-purple aura begin to glow, and he goes, I was summoned.
Oh, what is with them and summoning?
I would think it was Aaron and Branch, right?
Did we see that, or did Calliope see that? We saw the lady with the poison.
Oh yeah. I saw.
Yeah, the ring was me, and the doggone. Oh.
I look back.
Oh.
I look back.
Not
At the
that we
ring.
would know that.
Yeah.
I look back at the ring and I go,
What is that thing?
I go, Whoever wore that ring first summoned him. That means the person who wears it now can unsummon him. Which one of you is most inclined to unsummon him?
Aaron holds up the hand that has the bone ring, like, I'm out. I've already got one. I don't need another. No offense, guys.
Ranch, Tyrius, cause I don't swing that way.
I don't have a ring. Unsummon. Abracadabra. I read that one in a book.
Do you actually go grab it and put it on?
Branch, do you dare? Do you do it?
Do I dare put on the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to dive on that grenade?
I run up to the table, I grab the ring, I'm like, no time! I grab it and I put it on, and I point my javelin back at him, and I'm like, you are no longer required. Your payment was already sent. It's over.
Did you just lie to that thing?
You did. He lied to what that meant.
Deception check?
Yeah, if you wish to try to deceive him, absolutely. Roll a perception or persuasion or deception.
Let's see.
Do we have to lie to him?
We might not have to fight him if we can lie to him.
Okay.
If we told him the truth, that the Pendrakes never pay their fucking debts and we about to go beat their asses, maybe he would have just been our friend.
Right. Like, it's better enough they didn't pay the shadow. Like, what is this now? The second dungeon in a row.
Yeah, I mean, we can just go. I mean, we still have to tell the world about how they broke asses. We're just accruing evidence.
I rolled a 9 on deception.
The
I'm like, look, man,
body.
it's already done. It's taken care of. It's not here. Your job is done. Go away.
Your gold is in the mail.
As you say this to him, the armor seems to stand straighter as it goes, "If my payment was met, I would not be here. I am trapped."
What payment do you require?
Probably gold, I would imagine.
What use does that thing have for gold?
It probably wasn't like that before, or it's souls. One of the two. I don't know which one, but I'm not giving him mine.
Fair enough.
I point at him and I say, look, man, we came down here with a task. We do not wish to fight you at all. In fact, we would like to help you, but we don't know what you're talking about. You came in here all ruh, 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 and now you're kind of freaking us out. You need to calm down and explain what's going on.
Who did this to you?
We really don't want to fight you. I'm kind of tired of fighting everything we meet. So
maybe we talk our way out of it just this once. Yeah.
Maybe just this once.
Maybe. I'm also tired. I don't know about y'all.
I look around, I look at y'all, and I'm like, hey. There's. He starts pointing at all the chairs and counting. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, Ed, what's your name? What's your name?
The armor
Be very careful.
just kind of shifts its weight back at you after hearing it being told to calm down and then asking its name. The shoulders slightly slump and cocks to one side as if he's slumping his head down.
Okay, I'm just gonna call you Knight. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Knight. There's 6 chairs at this table. Let's sit down and talk. Tyrius, come down here and come sit at the table. And I call out to Tyrius to come sit at the table, and I'm like, everybody take a seat. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna calm down, and I point my holy water covered javelin at his chest, and I'm like, I don't poke him or anything. I just pointed at him. I'm like, you are going to calmly sit at the table and explain to us very plainly what is going on, why you were summoned, what you require, and how we can help you without fighting.
The creature roars out in rage and turns into this large barrel and puts a fist through the cask, exploding the wood barrel and all of its entirety all over the floor and wall. Still enraged, the creature turns, doesn't draw his weapon, and simply slams his armored foot into the ground, cracking the cement.
Hey!
You can visibly see the creature inhale and exhale before he goes, I was summoned by the ring to take the lives of all in this area. A woman said payment for each life taken would take off my debt. I have been trapped here for longer than I can remember. I just want my gold so I may rest. And you can see the armor is shaking.
Okay. Once again, let's calm it down. Look. And I put my javelin back on my back, but I have it set in a position on my back to where I can, just as quick as I put it away, pull it back out. And I say, look, I'll put my weapon away. Everybody put your weapons away for just a second. Look, I am not your original summoner. I'm not. And I show the ring. I'm like, but I'm using this to try to hopefully communicate my thoughts to you or something. I don't know how this works.
He raises his hand, and from this chair here, you see a skeleton in a bright purple dress quickly, shoot right towards his hand and goes, this abominable creature is what summoned me, and slams the skeleton into the ground.
Okay, cool.
Would Branch or I recognize her, the dress as maybe the woman that did the poisoning in our vision?
Yes, this is the one.
So
Oh great. Well, that's not good.
Branch looks at him and goes, look, I know, so I'm glad we're kind of on the same page here, but I'm sure we're all still kind of confused. What was the debt you were trying to erase? Is there a way we can help reduce the debt? Obviously, this shouldn't have to be said, especially if this ring thing connects me and you together, my man. We don't have that kind of gold, but we have the greatest minds of the world sitting in this room with you. Can we figure this out?
The ring holds no connection between you and him. It's just an icy cold ring in your possession. You do get a brief flash in your mind of unusual golden coins that you have never seen in your time being alive. There's the circular gold coins that you have always dealt with in this economy, but the ones he shows in this vision is a moderately sized bag of these large square coins with holes in the center of them.
I'm gonna reach over as that vision happens, and as I'm having that vision, I'm gonna dart my head over to Calliope and start pointing at my head.
Calliope mind links with Bofer. I'm gonna start charging you, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I do this at my leisure.
I'm like, wait. I don't mind the peekaboo thing, but look at the image. Look at it. What is that?
Calliope. Oh, it looks like my baby mama's money.
Did she say that out loud, or did she say that in his head? Would we hear that?
I don't know. I guess in my head.
She replies out loud, just
Aaron's eyes dart to her immediately dart to her do you mean the money that I think you mean?
Yeah, you know that money. That weirdo money. That weirdo heavy money.
Do we have that money in our pockets, or does Tyranny still have that out of character? I'm not asking her. I'm not asking. I'm not asking Calliope. I'm literally asking, like, do any of you remember, did we put that in our inventory, or does she still have that?
I'm pretty sure Branch has 2 of those coins. I think you as a party have a grand total of 4 coins. Each one, I want to say, is 1,000 gold pieces each.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Okay. So, do y'all...
Calliope, from that image, you would guess that there's easily about 15,000 gold pieces in that pouch.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, yeah, they owe him big. They owe him big, y'all. They owe him a lot of motherfucking money.
Okay.
Like, she
we are
holds up
so
both her
killing that,
hands
John.
like these minis.
Would Beaufort
That's a lot of money.
understand this money, like what this is, or would this be completely foreign to him? Or I think you already said it is complete. Like I have no. It just looks like a gold weird square coin, right?
Yeah, we know because we've seen this.
Okay, so I have it. So Beaufort
Yeah.
looks back and I look and I'm like, okay, so listen, Knight. I want to be very honest with you. Do not freak out. Do not freak out.
Oh boy.
We think those people lied to you.
Also,
They've been lying to everybody. Everybody we come across.
yeah,
And they killed our friend.
they did. Erin is going to go into the pocket of her robes, and she's going to pull out that one of the weird coins. She's gonna
Don't
hold
do
it up
that.
to the night. I'm just gonna pull out the one, and I'm gonna say, this coin, I'm assuming, is the one you're looking for. She's gonna look at the knight, and she's gonna hold it up, be like, this is the gold they promised you, yes? Just to confirm.
You see his shoulders visibly slump as if relief has struck this individual.
Okay. I am going to tell you something, and like my friend here said, looking to Bofer, like my friend here said, I need you to remain calm. This money has been
don't do this.
This
Don't.
money has been out of circulation for a long time. You've been down here for over a century, and the people that promised this to you absolutely lied to you. They tricked you. They are our enemies as much as they are yours. I am willing to give you mine. I'm like, have the coin out in front of me. I'm like, you can have this. But I don't know where we're going to get you the rest that they promised you. Because if they owe you how much I think they owe you, you're going to be waiting a long time to find it. And I will hold out that coin to him. I was serious. Like, that's, you can have the one at least. It's what we can offer, but I would like look to the others, like, don't, like, trying with my eyes to communicate, like, hold on to yours just in case, but I'm gonna give him mine.
Oh, Calliope wasn't handing over her gold. You stupid.
What? I care more about our lives in this moment than the gold. I'm more worried about walking out of
He
here. in one
wasn't
piece.
about to attack us. He's defeated.
He's pissed.
I'm gonna approach the statue as calmly as, or the guy as calmly as possible, and I'm gonna ask, if I keep this ring, or find a way to attune to it, or maybe even study enough to figure out how to, I don't know, break this trap to where you can travel with us. We all seem to have a common enemy. At least most of us anyway. Would you travel with us to at least look for the gold that you were promised?
And perhaps get your vengeance on the Pendrakes as well.
Yeah, like
if that is who did this to
Like-
you, and I have a strong suspicion that's exactly who did this to you. Calliope's probably right.
I'll be honest. I don't understand fully how this thing works, but I can already kind of tell there's not really a connection anymore. If there was, there isn't anymore. If I can find a way to reconnect you to this, that would mean if I leave, you leave, right? Then you could come with us and at least get out of the trap.
The knight takes a step back, and you see seems to be wavering on the side on a decision. He turns on a heel and walks kind of away from you all into the shadows before he goes, "Then my only freedom is death."
Oh.
No,
Whoa.
no, that doesn't have to be the case. It really does not.
It really doesn't.
Your freedom is outside these doors. That's your. I follow him. I follow him. Beaufort
You
is
follow him?
Beaufort is feeling a sudden attachment to him after
Do not
what
follow
happened.
him.
After
He
what?
might come
He
to
imprinted
you.
on him.
Do
No,
not
like
follow
seriously,
him.
like Beaufort is having visions in his head of like whenever he was kicked out of the church and told what a scumbag
Oh.
he was, and he's like he runs and he's like no.
He can't leave this guy.
He's like no. Listen. Freedom is right outside
Oh,
the
God
doors.
damn it.
Freedom is right outside the doors. Just trust me. I'm like, look, you can talk to us in our minds. Look into my mind. Look what happened to me. There is freedom.
I should've just let us smack it around.
We don't have to smack everything around. Maybe Beaufort's got the right idea here.
Oh, now it's Beaufort's idea, so it's a good idea. Okay.
Okay, I'm not doing this right now.
Gopher, as you are running after him, you see him reach into his belt pouch, and he takes out this, it almost looks like an hourglass-shaped piece of glass, and you see him crunch it in his hand. As he's like walking away, you see from either side of him this emerald green flame emerge, and from either side you see two knights emerge with these odd glaives in hand as they come forth, point the javelins kind of behind him to separate you and him, and they look at the individual. These two individuals bear an unusual armor set. Seems to be made of like this very... It's almost like a pale bronze color, with this bright gold weapon head and bright gold filigree all over the armor. Seems to be an odd mix of chainmail and plate in some places, giving these warriors what appears to be unusual dexterity about them. Their helmets are also an unusual make, the faceplates of them bearing the iconography of skulls.
When
Did the rest of us see that, or just Beaufort?
All of you see it.
When the two other knights emerge, I want to, if you'll allow me, before you more than likely make us fight them, I want to try one last time to roll a persuasion and hit him with it, and say, look, I understand where you're coming from. I really do. If you would just take a moment, you obviously spoke into Calliope's mind, and she said that you were talking. I told you to speak out loud because not all of us can do that. Look into my mind and know that I'm speaking the truth. There is freedom, and I'm willing to help if you will just listen. And I'm going to roll a persuasion.
And if I... Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration and be like, we have fun!
And actually,
If you wish to attempt to roll a persuasion, absolutely. Go ahead and roll it with your Bardic Inspiration, which is a D6. Aaron, as you were saying?
I was going to say, if he's having this guy look into people's minds, Aaron, I think, might pipe up and be like, the last dungeon we were in, we came across someone similar to you who was also trapped, presumably by the same people. And she's going to hold up the hand with the bone ring on it and be like, and he is now one of us and travels with us. And actually, if I could expend a spell slot, I would like to call forth my shadow so that I could show this guy, like, hey, we managed to get somebody else out of a similar situation yesterday. Maybe we can help you.
And my baby mama and Calamara, they were prisoners too, and we got them out.
Is that you
And
giving
now
me a
they're-
help action with a persuasion?
I would absolutely, if that was, will that give him
Yes.
advantage?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
That's my spell slot out. And if Yum would like to come out and like and show this guy like, hey, we don't leave people behind if we can help it. And we don't want to fight you.
Cool. Roll number 1. Let's see it again. Oh, 19.
Come on.
19?
Come on.
Is that-
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
Roll number 2. That's a 14, so we're going to keep the 19, and I'm going to roll the Bardic just for flavor.
That's fucking
Yeah.
That's a 1.
That was without
But
starting.
it's 20.
Ah,
20.
dirty 20.
It's dirty 20.
Dirty 20
Let's
persuasion.
fucking go.
He turns back with these unusual guards on either side of him, and he looks specifically at Beaufort and then looks over at the shadow. The knight would then look back at Beaufort and Aaron and go, my contract is not so easily escaped. The contract bears that for every task I do, I must receive payments, and must remain in the location until such a time that I receive my payment.
Oh shit, he's a mercenary.
Wait.
Do you need all of it at once? Do you need the whole amount at once? Again, she's holding out that strange coin in front of her, like, I can give you this as part of your payment. Take it.
A down payment.
At this point, it doesn't matter if all the gold is produced at once.
So Beaufort walks up to him. I'm gonna presumably, since he seems a little bit less hostile, walk up closer to him and say, "Look, these guys. I just met them. I just met them yesterday. Okay, they've told me some crazy things already that they've done. They were able to get that guy out." They were able to get that guy was trapped just like you. They were able to I turn a point. I'm like, look at him.
For about the same amount of time.
I was like,
And you haven't met my baby mama yet.
It's like they were able
With a destitute voice, you hear him say, the interest on my debts over 150 years would easily eclipse any money I would have made to cancel it.
I pull out.
What that? What about the interest on what they owe you?
Do you think they could pay it?
I was gonna say
If we found them.
I was gonna pull. Let me go back to my backpack. Hold on. I was gonna pull.
Just saying.
I was gonna pull out my Elementus stone and look at him and go, what if I were to give you a new contract?
Ooh. Oh.
Keep talking, keep talking.
What if I were to give you a new contract? I'll give you this. It's worth a lot of money, but it also has power. I'm a magical being. I can heal you. I can do all kinds of stuff that would benefit you. I just want you to have your freedom as I did.
Ugh.
I appreciate your candor. I believe the best path for me now is to resign myself to fate for a time.
Ooh.
Perhaps find me in the red sand pits. I imagine that is where someone of my make will end up in this situation.
Is that?
What is
Is he
that?
saying meet me in hell?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of character. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, he's talking about the hell.
Bofer, if you wish, make me a history check real quick. Aaron, because you're a bookworm, it'd probably be up your alley as well. Actually, I don't think it would. This would probably be something for the bards and Bofer. So Calliope, roll me a history check. Because this is
Oh.
more undergroundy, word of mouth type of role.
Bofer's got a lot in it.
My dice.
Oh no!
My dice literally was on 19, rolled a 3. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, so neither of you know what the red sand pits are.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to roll that history check just in case?
Well, the issue is you're book smart. This is more of like word to mouth and
It's more street smart.
Yeah,
I
so
do
it's more
have
like a street
what you call it. I have an inspiration I can use.
If you want to.
Do y'all wanna know what the red sand pits are? Are we that?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Bofer says, if at least I can't get you to see reason, will you at least allow us to conduct our business and leave? Because we were just like you. We were promised payment for a quest. Our job is to grab something here and bring it back to somebody who is going to pay us. Will you at least, as a knight, would you give? I look at him and I give him a knight's salute, and I'm like, would you at least please allow us safe passage to do our job and get out?
Mm-hmm.
I no longer can hold attachment to this place, so your business is your own. If you ever find yourselves far east, look for a bit of entertainment. Gamble heavy. Perhaps my freedom isn't so far out of reach.
Wait a second. Far East? The red sand pits. You mean? Didn't Kala and Hal get taken Far East?
Yes,
Are
they did.
even in gladiator fights?
He gives you, from what you can see, a slight nod before he turns, and in High Elvish, he commands these two to take him to the Bloody Pits, or the Red Sand Pits, as they both nod in this slow silence. They both kind of nod and then turn on a heel and kind of both force a spear shaft to his back, forming an X as they walk him through this large, swirling, bright emerald green portal.
I let him walk through, and Beaufort comes back to the group, and I look at the ring on my hand, and I just go, Aaron, I've never asked for anything more in my life. Will you please help me figure out how to get this ring working again?
I'll do whatever I can. I don't know how much help I'll be, but I can certainly try.
The reason I ask is, you were interested in what I was writing, and you seem pretty well studied. I have to help this guy. I have to.
I'll do what I can.
And I look at Calliope and I give her like a knowing nod. I'm like, I have to help this guy.
All right. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Jesus. We all get to make at least one sad dungeon friend. It's just a part of the glory hole way.
Beaufort laughs, a big belly laugh, and he goes, "All right, we're not in immediate danger. I am going to sit down and breathe for just like 5 minutes. Y'all do whatever you're gonna do. I came just here to get my thing, and I'm gonna, I'll skedaddle later. I'm not in a hurry. I need to take a break for a minute."
Aaron, you feel a large hand kind of go over the top of your head and kind of like vice grip your skull as you see your shadow kind of get on eye level and go, "Now what fuckery are you trying to put me through having me fight one of those? Are you out of your goddamn mind?"
She kind of just like looks up at him like, "Can you unclench? First of all. Second of all, I wasn't going to make you fight him. I was showing that we could help him because we got you out of the last place we were in. Let go."
Wait a second. There's something
Also-
he's afraid of.
Also,
Any sane
do you-
person is scared of a night revenant, alright? I
A
know
what?
bigger and scarier fucks than me that would quiver in their fucking boots.
I'm sorry, a what?
A
Do I know what that is?
Revenant. Roll me either an Arcana or a History.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Beaufort probably knows what this is.
That's a 16 on my history
If you
check.
wish to roll a History or Arcana, Beaufort, you're more than welcome.
Sure, I will.
This doesn't sound like something Calliope would be interested in. It's not something a spooky story that would come up in a spooky story.
I can't roll worth of crap. I rolled a 10 Arcana.
Revenants are a very powerful type of specter.
Yeah.
You've never quite heard of a night revenant before. Aaron, however, as soon as he says night revenants, these are essentially the more passive versions of Hell Knights.
Oh, her eyes go wide at that. Relays that information to the group.
Beaufort sits up from his chair and goes, What?
We met a nihilistic Hell Knight. Oh, that's great. That's absolutely amazing.
I look at Aaron's shadow and I go, "What?
You
Talk to me, for I know me and you are not necessarily, eye to eye here, but talk to me. That thing."
You couldn't be eye to eye if you tried, Beaufort. Sorry.
In character.
Sorry.
I say that thing. That thing was once at one point. I mean, most nights anyway, in my knowledge, were holy at one point, where it worked for some kind of organization. You're telling me that this guy became a revenant?
For the hells.
Yeah,
That's
essentially
what happens when you fuck around with the Kendricks.
What's the best way to describe them? Death incarnates, heavy armored murder machines.
We get
that.
the gist. We get the gist. You're telling me that
We
I
got
put the
that.
ring on my finger of a hell? What? And I Beaufort immediately
He,
starts to freak out. He's like, "What?"
And that's why I don't touch
Walks
her.
over and hunches down to where he's on eye level, which is really weird considering how tall and lanky he is. He just kind of leans down like a large spider and kind of grabs your hand with the ring on it. He goes, "It's nothing more than a bit of black iron. It's got nothing special to it anymore."
Beaufort.
Aaron's like, "You might want to take that off your finger, actually,
Beaufort.
before it gets stuck." Holds hers up.
Beaufort grabs it and just looks at it for a second and goes, "I'll figure out another way," and tosses it to the side.
Yeah, I was like, "Do you still want my help?"
Listen. Regardless of the fact that this guy, how can I put this delicately? Regardless of the fact that this guy could snap his fingers and us be dead, potentially,
Yeah.
nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should.
That's fair.
Nobody should have to go through being ostracized like that. That's you gotta. And Bofer is like you
Oh
can visually see Bofer's wheels turning on how to like he's there's something in his mind that's just not coming out. He's like, you gotta understand. You should not. People fall into situations where it's life or death, it's good or bad, and you just have to make a decision. And sometimes it's not the best one, but it's the one you made, and you have to.
Well, I mean, if he's going to the Red Sands, I mean, there's a chance he's going to make good money, so I wouldn't worry too much about the armor-plated fool.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe don't call a fool someone in a similar situation to what you were just in yesterday.
Hey, I'm good with my money, I'll have you know.
Beaufort turns around and goes, let's not forget that. You were trapped too like him.
You were trapped by the Pendrake too.
That's only because I didn't negotiate food, alright? That and it was kind of a beggar situation.
So you mean you were a fool enough to not negotiate whether or not you could eat? He just negotiated payment incorrectly. You negotiated necessities incorrectly. Who's the bigger fool?
It was worded loosely.
Mm.
Alright.
Look at you playing the devil's advocate.
Literally.
Oh, I'm down to
Look
you.
out.
Literally.
Aaron got a new emo boy crush.
I reach up for a high five. I'm like, that was a really good pun. Come on, man. Just give me one.
Yeah, you're probably right. And he kind of like puts a little, like a large hand for a high five.
Yes.
His hand's as big as your head.
Bover gets so excited. He's like, all right. All right. Let's find.
Aaron, you're a married woman.
By the way, out of character. If I say talking to Mitch here, if I say, I think I may know a way to get, because they were talking about the cutting of tongues earlier, and so I wanted to say, is it possible for me to mention to them that I know a possible way to get this curse of the tongue thing out
without getting your tongue cut out?
Yeah, essentially, because that's not the most important.
I mean, there's no one else around, so I mean, it's not like it's openly barring you from discussing it amongst your party members.
Okay.
You just can't have anyone around, because if anyone overhears your conversation, whether or not they're, invisible or at the next table over, if anyone catches wind of it, the magic will automatically trigger. Also, can everyone give me quick perception checks?
Just waiting for that. Come on.
Perception!
But Beaufort looks
23!
Jesus.
Beaufort looks at all y'all and says, by the way, y'all were talking about the tongue thing earlier. I just wanted to let you know, I have a possible way to get rid of that consequence. Just so y'all are aware.
I got a 10.
Nice.
Perception. There you go. Are you? Oh my word. You gotta be kidding me. You haven't. I rolled it down.
Did you get a rock?
Aaron.
Beaufort's beside himself.
He's gone through a lot today.
You're the only one that is actually looking the correct direction, having a slight argument with your shadow. You notice above this archway, all these barrels seem to have gold wax seals.
Shit!
Ooh!
Hey guys! Points up at the barrels. Do those look familiar to anybody?
Yep. They sure do. And I look at her shadow and I'm like, hey, I hate to ask, but and I point.
I already know what you're. Are you asking for uppies or if he can grab them?
Either or is fine.
I'm asking in character, by the way.
Insufferable.
Hey, if you want to lift me up there, I have enough strength as I'm pretty stout. I could push him down to you or something. But or if you just rather go up there and get him, I am 4 foot tall. I cannot reach that.
Oh,
I
I
am
mean, the
also short.
opportunity to throw full kegs at someone. What could go wrong? As he simply
Please
like
don't throw
grabs
them.
onto the cement work and begins to like crawl up like this most demonic
Ooh,
monkey creature you have ever seen. As he makes his way up to this little storage area, and with his
it's like old
lithe
school Dracula,
figure, yeah, he's able to
like
just kind of
spider
like
crawling up
wedge
the wall.
himself. Exactly.
Ugh.
He wedges himself into the things and begins trying to move the Rosy Foot Reserve. That
Please
being
don't
said,
damage those. We need
he
them
just
intact.
but with that, there are a whole bunch of magical items and corpses to look over if you guys wish to do any of that.
Could
Focus.
I investigate over here? I would like to, I would like to find a small, like a cask that I am able to carry. Just a small.
Give me an investigation.
Bover's gonna go back to that body we were at up there. I'm just gonna start making notes.
Please be something good. Oh my god. It's a 12.
I would also like to examine the body that me and Branch were nearby. So I'm gonna move.
You may have to Missy step over there. I don't see a way up there.
Yeah, I like
There's
moved and then I moved 30 feet and then
yeah,
I misty step 30 feet.
fantastic. For that, Calliope, you do see quite a few like empty bottles and flasks laying around, but you also see a really out of place wood panel over here.
Please be secret door.
Over
Please be
where?
secret door.
Yeah, it's just seems to be a much darker shade of wood than every other wood that's used here. Completely smooth from and is completely flush with the rest of the woodwork. It just seems to be this singular, very dark panel of wood.
Alright, so I'm gonna move the things off of it and I guess investigate it further.
Yeah, clearing it off and trying to like you just see this panel. There's no handle to it. There's no pressure plates. There's no triggers on the nearby shelves. There's no secret bookcase. It's just this weird wooden panel. Give me 1 second to double check my notes. Make sure there's no.
No traps, please.
Don't fall in a hole.
Yeah, don't fall in a hole.
Don't fall in a hole.
We've learned.
Ask Tyrius about that.
Right.
1 second. Where the sh?
Also, point of reference, I still have detect magic up. I think. I don't know how long it lasts. Let me look.
It's like 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm guessing that encounter probably lasted more than 2 minutes.
Not quite.
Okay, so then
Where
it
the
is still
fuck?
up. Let me see what it said. Oh yeah, up to 10 minutes. You right. You right.
Why can't I find what I'm looking for? I thought it would be easier to put everything in a Word document, but apparently I was freaking false. You would notice that on the panel itself there are some unusual etchings of what appears to be runes or some sort of sigil.
Calliope's gonna cast light on the sigil.
You would notice that it appears to be some sort of rune work.
Hey Aaron, can you read this?
Am I across the room from you?
Yes.
Give me a second. I've got a body here.
Right. As you are looking at the elven woman's corpse, You would see that she has adventurer tags. Her name is Sister Elira Voss. She is a cleric of the hearth. She has a broken silvered mace that still has a faint glow to it. You see that she has 3 healing potions on her, one of which is smashed and broken. The other 2 seem to have a very dull luster to them, so possibly a lower quality potion.
Oh.
And you would also see a rotting leather satchel with what appears to be faded prayer scriptures.
Oh boy. Does she and the body looks fresh like the others, or?
Slightly. She's probably 2, 3 days old at most.
Do
Oh,
you,
jeez, how many people have been sent to this cellar? This is ridiculous.
do you announce that you found prayer scriptures?
Um,
Or like, do you,
yeah,
do
I feel
you
like I
announce
would.
what you found?
I feel like I would just take the satchel, like, to show the others, and maybe the health potions
Okay.
and her tags. I want to take them back to the guild, like, because I don't know that you can take like her. Maybe we don't take her body, but like at least take her tags back so somebody knows what happened to her.
Okay. With
Go ahead.
with detect magic up, do you still want me to make rolls real quick?
With detect magic, it would be very easy to key in on magical items. So you would see on the corpse here. One second.
Oh, because you said that she had like a faint glow of magic on her,
Yeah,
right?
her
Yeah.
mace has a little bit of divine magic on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Got
earlier
it.
when you
Got
said
it.
it, I went ooh.
You would see that the ruby that is in the pommel of his longsword, of this human, it has a faint magical aura to it. There's a shattered dagger in his offhand, but it is broken now and will not be able to be reforged. And you notice that he has a very small amount of rune magic on his gauntlets. You would pick up his party tag, and you would see that his name is Captain Halvar Aaronstone. He is a level 5 human fighter of the dual wielding class. Um,
I'm
yeah.
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna take his broken sword, and I know you say it can't be reforged, but the gem in there might be somewhat insightful, and then the gauntlets I'll take, but I don't necessarily have a way to appraise them, so I'm just gonna.
So the longsword is in rough shape, but isn't broken. The ruby specifically is what gives you that magical gleam.
Okay.
The dagger was magical, but is in such rough shape that it probably won't be able to be salvaged.
Okay.
The dagger can't be reforged. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had it backwards. Okay. Um.
Yeah.
Okay.
You-
So I'll take the sword because I know that I can. I've dwarvish. I I can figure out a way to redo this blade and make it at least somewhat usable. But then as far as the dagger goes, I think I'm still gonna at least pocket it,
Mhm.
because maybe it holds some kind of wisdom or something as to who this guy was, what where he got this thing. Because I mean, it's from what you were saying, it's been broken, but I mean, does the magic that was coming from it look pretty powerful, like more powerful than anything else that was on him, or was it just already pretty good?
It was a likely either a magical metal dagger or it was magically enhanced to either a +1 or something equivalent.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pocket that, not necessarily for use, but just for for investigation purposes, and then I'll stash the gauntlets for I'm gonna take everything that I find down
Yeah.
to the big table in the center and like lay it all out and be like, all right, take your pick. And then you also said that on the table right there next to us there was something.
Yes, I am looking that over right now.
Because I think there was
You said there was
also
a magic item
on your
by
table
the
too.
half elf too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There seems to be on the two outer tables there was something, on the middle table there was something, and then there's a bunch of stuff on that center table.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do I,
on
do I see any?
the Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do I see any runes or anything that I might recognize on the cleric in front of me,
Give me
like
one
on her
second.
armor or
Trust
anything
you
like that?
on that. Yeah, 1 second.
Hmm.
So the magical item by you is a heavy goblet of fine gold. It is inlaid
Like right here.
with a ruby and seems to pulse faintly in a dark manner when shifted into the light.
Can I cast identify on that?
This is the item that's by yeah.
Oh, sorry,
I'll
my
I'll
bad.
I'll pick it up and I'll yell out. I don't have a way to identify any of this stuff. I'm gonna bring it all down there to y'all momentarily. Just hold on 1 second.
The
Yep.
goblet is warm to the touch.
I'm gonna
Huh.
I'm gonna take a strap like off of my belt loop or like a little like small piece of string or something, and I'm gonna tie it around the goblet and kind of just hang it from my belt, so that way I don't have to carry it and then move to the next table.
And then over by you, Aaron, you would see that there is a body, uh, pretty much right here, and you would notice that it is a rather chunky gold ring with what appears to be a massive. What would this be? I forget what the stone would be called. It's like a what's October's birth month stone? It is
Oh
that
God.
pink. Yeah, it's like a pinkish stone.
Oh, okay.
Um. Hmm. Googling.
Possibly. But yeah, it's like a
It's an
a, a faint
opal.
pink stone.
An opal.
Yeah. And then on the elven woman, as I said, you have her dog tags, her mace, and her prayer book is pretty much all that you can really get off of her body.
Did
Hmm.
you?
Jack. I take that back. She has a wooden token on it, and it has a icon of a stag with a black inkwork over its heart. Um, if you
Would I
wish, you can.
recognize that?
Actually, you would. This is a token granting free lodging at a place called the Hollow Stag Tavern. This would be one of the outlying towns from Zinsk, one of the frontier towns.
Oh. Okay. So that's okay. So she has that, and then I would take that. I think the ring, with the opal to bring down to the others. And maybe since Bofer like called that out, maybe wait to cast identify until I have like everything that we've found in front of us, essentially.
Mhm.
So I don't know, would that work for more than one item at a time?
Yeah, it
'Cause I
would
don't
just
know.
take 10 minutes per ritual cast.
Okay, cool.
And then Calliope, down by you, you would catch the very rich scent of cigars and tobacco. You can't quite see or understand where it's coming from because everything around you just appears to be liquor barrels. Branch, are you wanting to investigate any of the bodies?
I would like to investigate the bodies, yes.
Okay. There is a halfling right next to you.
I'll go with
Oh,
that one then. Should I roll investigation?
Uh, I won't say that you have to. It's pretty simple to give them a quick once over, especially since there's no immediate dangers. You reach down and kind of move the halfling. You see on his adventure card, his name is Tolan Greaves. He is a halfling rogue, specifically mentioned as a trap specialist. On his body, you find a fine set of thieves' tools that is missing a couple of the picks. You would also find a strange brass key with odd markings on it, and a single boot. The other one seems to be missing. As you search his pockets, you would see that he has a rather nice halfling like smoke pipe, along with a pouch of exotic tobacco.
Ooh.
Uh,
Oh boy.
I take the pipe and the exotic tobacco. And what was his name?
Tolan Greaves.
I pull out a knife and I carve his initials into the pipe so he can be remembered. That way.
Aw,
I'll
that's
give you
actually
a point
really
of
sweet.
take a heroic inspiration on that.
Oh, thank you. That's it. I know I need
Uh,
to
And
spike.
Yeah,
then
brother.
for those who want to check the Goliath Barbarian, his name is Goruk the Quiet. He is labeled as a bodyguard class. He has a mundane greatsword. He has a bearskin cloak and a cracked horn. You would also see that he has a large tribal bead necklace around his neck, but one of the beads is missing. And he also has a rather ragged looking journal around his belt.
So now everybody got journals.
Everybody except Branch.
Oh, dog.
No, but he's got the makings of goblin ear armor. That's good enough.
Yeah. That he's what you call it? This one here, right?
Yeah, the Goliath is the bloodstain
The one
here.
the one in the middle there. I would if nobody else is looking at him yet, I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind going over and seeing looking maybe taking a look through the journal.
It is a leather-bound journal, really ragged, handmade paper. The ink is crude. But you find that this is a journal of poetry. Really well done poetry at that.
Hmm.
Aww. I would if by the way, I don't know if anybody else is like collecting the tags of these adventures, but I would take his as well, again, to bring back to the guild. So somebody, maybe in his tribe or somebody like in his party that might still be alive knows what happened here.
Wait a
And I
minute.
would take the journal too. Are all these
Wait.
people in the same party?
Wait.
Yeah.
What if that skeleton was part of was that thing that escaped part of his party?
Oh my
The knight
god.
in armor? No.
No, the guy
The, the,
that
the
like
dude
ran up
that
the
the dude that went
stairs.
invisible and ran up the stairs.
You could guess that that might have been one of the remaining fog demons, because if you remember
Oh,
from the end
oh.
of last fight, one of them did scurry down the stairs.
Okay.
But as you can see, this is a pretty dead end, so
Okay.
it waited for its opportunity to try to stealth past you all.
Oh gosh.
Unfortunately, not realizing that Tyranny was sitting at the top of the steps, being
Right.
Tyranny.
Oh gosh, I had a mini heart attack right there. Did you?
Yeah, because you were saying like the one of the foglets used to be a halfling, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so,
Yeah.
but I was
So
gonna.
like is anything else down here might have been somebody else at one point, kind of
Right,
thing.
right. So did you say there was something on the table that I'm at up here? If I'm
Yes, that would have been a gold goblet.
right, I was talking about this one right here. I moved myself over here to this one right here. I don't remember if you said it
That
was.
table, that table is pretty much empty outside of a singular dark green glassed bottle.
Does it got something?
Ooh.
Does it got something in it?
It appears to have about a half bottle that is currently corked of some sort of uh, brown amber liquid.
Grab it. I'm gonna pop the top and sniff it.
This appears to be some sort of extremely hard liquor. Uh, Probably smells something similar to that of like gin.
Okay, I'm
Ooh.
gonna put the top back in and say, Calliope, oh gosh, I found how strong. I found something that might say. I remember you talking about you need to be drinking or something or other. Or maybe I don't know the exact situation, but this is real strong. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down with me as well, and I'm gonna start making my way down the stairs.
Yep.
And by this point, has my shadow made any headway with getting the barrels down?
Oh yeah,
He's up there getting by himself.
he is able to without too much issue move the barrels to and from the top area down to the base floor. But he looks at you and goes, "You think I'm rolling all these things up the stairs? You're a crazy little woman."
Wait, so
There's one for each of us. We'll figure it out from here, I think.
well, I was gonna
All
say,
right, that's not so bad then.
I was gonna say, in my vision, one didn't you say like it was like a small batch barrel or something like that?
Yeah, they're equivalent to I don't want to say like R-sized beer kegs. It's probably a little bit shorter than a standard keg.
Okay. So would it be equivalent? Have you ever seen? Gosh, I don't. I used to work in the food delivery business. Have you ever seen
Hmm.
those? They're not full kegs. They're like those skinny kegs that are only like maybe this big around, but they're real. They're tall and skinny. Is it similar to that? I guess.
Yeah, except that it's made from like a really hefty wood.
Yeah.
So it's not as clean as like a metal keg.
Right. Okay, so that means they're not going to be, extraneously heavy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's still going to be a pain in the ass just because it's in a barrel and you're dealing with liquid having to roll them upstairs.
Right.
So that's
We gotta
always
fist that shit.
Yeah.
that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna look at the shadow when I get down there, and I'm gonna say, how many did he put on the ground so far?
He just collected 6.
6. Okay.
Because we only needed 6.
Is there an extra one?
There appears to be let's
There's
find
8 in the
out.
picture, and so I was gonna
Each
say,
one of these, that's
Oh.
8. How far back does this go? It goes back 3 stacks. There are a grand total of 24 of these gold labels.
I'm gonna look at the shadow and go, I wouldn't be mad if one of those barrels found its way down here with the top popped.
Hold on a second, though. Because in mine and Branch's vision, there was the whole poisoning of the party, essentially. Was that with this same reserve?
Looking at this particular table, they appear to have been drinking a different set of wine. All of the bottles on this table, there are no kegs or anything. It's all the glassware bottles.
But it's
So they're-
okay. But it's
Yeah, they were apparently drinking like the more expensive individual bottled stuff as opposed to like the mass brewed kegs.
okay. Just checking before. I was gonna say before you sample any of that.
Well, and I was
By the
gonna-
way, we haven't actually compared notes of like what we saw when we got in here, did we?
No, we did not. What?
We
Did we not all see the same thing?
What did you see?
I saw a party get absolutely ended by a sword night. That guy. I saw just people having a real good time, and like they were laughing and dancing and talking to one another and like just like really getting after it. And then all of a sudden it was like hard cut to everyone screaming, sword come down, blood everywhere. Like, but it was like fun, yay, good time, and then no, yay, not good time. You know what I mean?
Okay. I look at Branch. I'm like, I don't know what you saw, but I saw like a party. It's like a party. We there was a toast, and the woman giving the toast was the skeleton that he threw at our feet. And then everybody started coughing and choking and dying.
That's not even close to what I saw.
I can
Yeah.
second that. I saw that.
Okay, you saw it too. Okay, thank the gods, because I thought it was just me. Calliope, what did you see? Are you there? Did we lose her? Is she there?
No, I think she's there. I think she stepped away for a minute.
Ah, damn.
Um,
Sirius, what did you see?
He looks over at you and goes, I saw what Beaufort saw. I seen a good party, lots of rich folk, a lot of food, and then all their heads popped off.
my man, see what I mean? I don't know.
Okay.
I thought when we first got here that me or Tough Hands here killed the guy, but he said we didn't, so I'm good. I'm good. He confirmed, like, unless we could time travel, we didn't kill these people. So I just want to make sure everybody knows
Right.
that too.
And as far as I know, we didn't do this either. Again, looking at Branch and looking at the bodies at our feet, we didn't do this, right? Did we do this? We couldn't have done.
He told you that the body you looked at looked to be about 2 to 3 days old. Did you disclose that to all of us?
So all the red stains of the adventurers, those bodies are 2 to 3 days old. All the bodies and skeletons around the tables, like those are long dead skeletons.
Okay.
Those have been there for a while. Yeah.
So, Beaufort thinks about it for a second and is like, okay, so did they come from the same people that at the guild that sent all of us here?
Did we find any more of those gray ribbon scrolls on any of these bodies? Would we have?
Not on any of these, but you haven't checked the prayer book at all.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna hold up the satchel that I found on the cleric and be like, maybe there's something in here. And just kind of go over to the table, dump out the satchel, and see if any of the scrolls look familiar.
Yeah, I'm also gonna dump all my stuff that I found on the table. Just like start dumping.
So
like as
pouring out
delicately
the
as I can.
cleric's goods, you would see that from the prayers, the few pages of scriptures that she have, they are faded and the paper is not quite moldy, but is definitely damaged through. You see several letters, and one of the last things to hit the table is a slightly crumpled scroll with a bland gray ribbon to it.
Okay, this is the second one we found. What is happening? And I hold up the scroll again for the others to see.
What is that? What is explain? Beaufort's just kind of looking at it like, what is that?
This is the second scroll like this that we found in this dungeon, and the third that we've seen since we started at the guild. One of the member of our party that we lost, Noodles, he was trying to get one of these off of somebody back at the guild.
Wait, so,
we don't really know why.
Out of character, Mitch, do I have one of these scroll? Is it the NDA?
Yeah, you do have one of these scrolls as well. It's essentially your copy of the NDA and the mission description.
Okay, so Beaufort reaches back and goes, "Y'all don't have one of these?"
Wait, do we? Hang on, I forgot. Did we get these from that weird lady back at the guild?
Yes, you also got a sign of the contract when you signed with the butler.
I was like,
so it's the same one.
What?
Okay, I was thinking, I'm like, wait, we keep finding these scrolls, but I forgot that we also had our own copies. My bad, guys. My bad.
Beaufort looks at the journal and says, "Hey, would you mind if I looked at that? And if you're cool with it and giving it to me before Mitch says anything, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick."
Yeah. But with that, as you all kind of put the combined loots together on the table and kind of inspect everything, you do have the party's complete tags. You have the 6 requested barrels of Rosy Foot Reserve. You have three odd magical items that you have found in this particular room, along with an odd key. Calliope, as you make eye contact with the key, you see that the runes on the key are the same as the runes on a particular panel on the wall.
Okay. Uh, if she's done with it, I would like to have it, and I'm gonna look at it, and I want to find out what god this cleric was, like what church she was a part of, and I want to figure out more or less.
Uh,
More.
so she is a cleric of the hearth. Uh, Generally, those can be classified under three of the major gods. One of which is Melora, the Earth Mother, who has a domain of motherly love and caringness. The other one would be a minor class of Morodin, since keeping a house and home in order is a craft in and of itself. It is very often seen as being a cleric of the hearth as being a good point for a person to run a house and home. Is a very sought after class. And then the other one is not necessarily like a religious thing. It's just being good at managing a house. Some of them can be servants. Others of them can be devoted to like the god of order. I forget who has that. I want to say it might be Helm, but I could be wrong on that.
Is there another way to get up to that body besides Misty Stepping?
I mean, yeah, for brevity's sake, I'll say you're able to make your way up because of a hidden staircase, probably like back here somewhere.
Okay, I want to get up to that body and look to see if she has her holy symbol on her.
She does not have a holy symbol.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to read. Do her prayers that are like if it's like a prayer journal, do her prayers look like, I guess, in the newer pages, do they look like they were desperate, or do they look like maybe there was some like confusion going on? Does her prayers lead us to the answer of like what happened, like what did they encounter, or is it just kind of clear cut like they ran into this night guy?
Like, was she calling out to her god at all?
Yeah.
So in her prayer books, there is just a lot of very like basic rites and passages, just small prayers that you'd say at like meals or for individual people who are sick. In the letters, however, as you kind of like cruise through them, she appears to be writing her sibling saying that she is looking to get out of the adventuring business and this will be her last task with a big payout before she essentially retires and starts her own family.
Oh, she was 2 weeks from retirement.
Um,
Oh no.
I ask Aaron. I'm like, hey, what was her dog? What did her name say on that dog tag?
Was it? I'm sorry, out of character, I forgot.
The name on the half-elf cleric, her name is Sister Illyra Voss.
I would relate that.
Sister. I'm gonna try to spell this right.
I'll post all the names in the roleplay channel
okay,
along
cool.
with all the various loots that you guys
Okay,
get.
cool.
I'll do that
Okay.
after session. Actually, that would be a good point. As you all come to this like conclusion and like going through the loots, this would be a good place to pick up next week, and we can start off next week with you guys.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.